Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 28 of the Cheri Valentine Show, where we spend 30 minutes or so a week having conversations that matter to the entrepreneur's body, mind, and business. I'm your host, Cheri Valentine, and I'm a wife, a mother, a runner, a best-selling author, a personal growth junkie, a product launch Wonder Woman, and your total business BFF. And for those of you who are asking, BFF stands for best friend forever. And I have like spit on my mouth, so sorry about that. And I fancy myself an intuitive business muse. So I help entrepreneurs to find their niche, create an offer that serves that niche, and launch it online authentically and profitably. We make it fast, fun, and easy to add more value to what you're already doing, as well as add multiple streams of income to your current business model. If this sounds like something you needed like yesterday, I'm actually not doing strategy sessions in the month of May, but what I want you to do is go to carrieroldanshow.com/ebook. You can download my free ebook, which is Get Where You're Going, Girlfriend, 6 Steps to Actually Achieving Your Outrageous Goals. And it will guide you through, you'll get an email autoresponder that'll guide you through some important starting steps. And by the time you're done with that, it'll be about time for me to start strategy sessions again. And so we can do that. So hopefully this is just divine timing and perfect for all of us. Okay, so Cheri Valentine Show, that's where we are now. I created the Cheri Valentine Show because I have stumbled, and I continue to, on my entrepreneurial journey, because the road to success thus far has been full of potholes, detours, and dead ends, not to mention self-doubt, fear, worry, debt, marital tension, and personal struggle. And I wanted to share what I continue to learn on my journey in the hopes that it will help you guys too. Because online entrepreneurhood can be a super lonely place, and I'm on a mission to change that. And I'm so excited. Just wait until you hear about the divine timing about today. But I'm really excited about today's topic and today's guest. So our topic is, let's tap on it, the super cool business benefits of EFT. So have you guys tried it? Have you tried EFT? Well, I have. I heard about it a few years ago when I was introduced to the work of Margaret Lynch, and it seemed a bit strange to me that I could tap on my body, like in these weird places, and say some things out loud, and it would change my internal wiring. But I was totally willing to give it a try, and it actually works. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and like many of the tools that have come my way on the entrepreneurial journey, once I discovered it, I seemed to find it everywhere. So books I was reading were suddenly mentioning it, and people I admired like Lisa Engles and Cheryl Richardson, and I think Ande Lyons too, was talking about how it was a huge component of their success. So last year, I actually started working with someone, was a certified EFT practitioner, and it really helped me to get out of my own way and start creating the life and the business that I was looking for. Not coincidentally, I started doing hangouts shortly after. But I admit that I sort of fell off the tappy wagon until I discovered the coolest little hangout on air entitled Tappy Break with Cheri Valentine. And a huge thank you to Ande Lyons for sharing this with me. So Cheri's Hangout on Air addresses the challenges of being an entrepreneur, helps us blast through the blocks that keep us from trusting our inner knowing and moving forward with grace and ease. Cheri guides her clients to discover their own inner wisdom, guidance, and divine inspiration. She loves working with inspired women entrepreneurs who want to grow their business in alignment with their own vision of success while having great relationships and a pretty great life too. So providing healing, coaching, and mentoring services, Cheri helps entrepreneurs to amplify their innate wisdom and potential in their personal and professional lives by using intuition, feminine energy, and flow to balance the masculine energy of doing, action, and goals for true success. So if you guys have been watching my show regularly, you know that it's so cool because it's been a totally unintentional, or I should say subconscious, right? It wasn't like a strategy that I thought I was doing, but practically every show for the past, I don't know, 6 weeks or more has been about these very topics. So that's just really cool, which means it's an important theme in my business right now. And what I'm learning is when it's important in my business, lo and behold, it's important in your guys' businesses too. So anyways, last week I tuned into Cheri's show, and it really, really helped me to stop procrastinating. That's what we were tapping on, procrastination, and do some of the things in my business that were essential to accomplishing my dreams, but that I had been putting off like for years, literally years. And so I invited her randomly to the show. I actually reached out immediately, like, I got to connect with this woman, and we made an appointment. And then I looked at my calendar and went, oh my gosh, I don't even have a show. I don't even have a guest for next week. And I got in touch with Cheri, and it was like divine timing. She was available, and we were excited, and we've spent I don't know how long in the green room now chatting it up about all things related to our businesses, and I know you're going to love her, so I'm going to put her on the screen really quick. But I just wanted to say, so does this sound good? Because I'm really, really excited, and I know you are too, and in 1 minute I'm going to click over on my screen and see who's here live. So I hope you're saying hello and checking in and chiming in, but let us know what it is that you're struggling with, or just share your knowledge, because your input really does inform our show. It makes this interaction so much better. So Cheri, I'm going to put your beautiful face on the screen so you can say hello. And, you know, just I'll ask you a question in a minute, but just say hello to everyone.
Hi, everyone. I am so thrilled that this worked out, and what a delight to meet you, Cheri. You are just a force to be reckoned with in such a lovely, lovely way, and it's a pleasure to be here with you.
Oh, thank you. I love that you just called me a force, because I call other people that all the time. It must be the thing that attracts me to, like, I'm like, she's just a force. You have to meet her. So, yay. And I am now looking at myself on my screen and wishing I would have taken the video diva Dawn Andrews' advice and had some powder nearby, because I'm all shiny. But we'll let that go. So look past it, people.
You're beautiful anyway. You are just beautiful. Just go with it.
Thank you. So Cheri, in the green room we were chatting, and you said a statement that hit me in a profound way that I actually wrote it down, and I thought this is a perfect first question. So you said that just part of your mission, part of your purpose, is making the world a better place through intuition. And I think I would like to start there and just ask you, okay, so how does that tie into EFT and the tapping that we're going to be doing today?
So yeah, intuition is, for me, when I tap, it gets me out of my head. And the experience I've discovered when I'm working with other people is it does the same thing. And it actually helps us tune into our intuition. That inner guidance, or those nuggets that show up out of nowhere, is actually our intuition speaking to us, because we're asking for some help and it's showing up on our behalf. But I think I realized in the early days of tapping with my clients that it was intuition that actually guided me in the first place to how to know where to tap with them. So it's very much been intertwined in all the work I've done, and it took me a while to understand that that's what it was. Like, how did I know to make that connection? Or how did I see that so easily? Or, you know, it was just all this information was coming through to me, and I'm like, where is this coming from? And when I started to understand, oh, it's my intuition, it really did help. I think it's what helps a lot of us in the service work that we do, really be so much more in tune with our clients and be able to help them so quickly, is because that intuition shows up for us.
I couldn't agree more, and I actually think, so you're in your little intro that I was reading, you talk about moving into the feminine, and that's been a topic that I have been exploring on this show fairly regularly. I do every first Wednesday of the month. I do a show with Cynthia Carrere called "It's the Entrepreneurial Journey to Wealthy Through the Chakras." But we've been talking a lot about how it's entrepreneurhood itself is on this journey, right? Like, it is changing, and that we're all sort of experiencing that, and especially we women entrepreneurs, really like just awakening to trusting our intuition and not feeling like just doing things another way. Like everything you said you help your client, or I said that you help your clients do. So tell me about how to access that through tapping. Maybe we need to just talk about the points or what exactly EFT is.
Okay, so we'll keep it brief because I know we can talk about EFT all day long, but it's really doing it that creates the actual freedom and experience and expansion that we're all looking for. So, but basically, we're taking the acupuncture, the Eastern philosophy of acupuncture, where they actually put needles into specific points in our body, which are meridian points. I like to explain the meridians as these energy channels that flow through our body and regulate our energy, life force, chi. Just like the blood veins run through our body and carry blood and oxygen, that's what the meridian system does. And so when we tap, I'm going to show you the points: top of the head, inside the eyes, eyebrows on either side of the eyebrow point, outside your eye, under your eye, under your nose, in your chin, our collarbone, and not the bone itself, but like right underneath where it's a little fleshy. And then, the one that makes us look like monkeys, underneath the arm. And then we go back to the head, and we just go through them. And we start oftentimes on the karate chop point. So these points are basically, they're recognized as the end points. And with lots and lots of research that's been done and practice through the years, EFT actually initially was a little bit more complicated, but it was discovered that these points actually work enough to flush energy, literally flush the channels of meridians where energy's stuck and clear that. And so we combine that with talking, basically talk therapy. And it's a little uncomfortable for some people, but for me, I just think this is the best way I know to express what we really feel and be truthful, and then pull the charge of it away. So what I mean by that is oftentimes we are feeling angry, frustrated, afraid, doubtful, fearful, you name it. But we've been taught and told that it's not okay to express it. It's not okay to be negative. We need to be positive. Our thoughts create. And yes, that's all true. However, the fact that we feel that is still there. So we can say all we want, I believe this, I believe this, I believe this. There's really an energy in your body that says, no, I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't. And so there's a conflict there. And then that's why you're not getting the results that you want. So when you go in and tap and say, I really don't believe that I can do this. I really don't believe that this is possible. And you really give yourself permission to express what you're really believing and feeling. What happens is it's like taking a plug out of the wall. Like there's no more charge, there's no more current feeding that anymore. It's gone, and now you're in alignment. So now when you say I believe it, there's no energy underneath it saying no, I don't. Now that's gone, and you can be like, yeah, I do believe this. It's great. I can do this. And that's just one. I can believe it's just one example. Whatever you want to tap on, but that's basically a really quick way of explaining what's going on.
Oh my gosh, when you said that and you said the charge is gone, because one of the things I've experienced tapping, and so I know, yeah, it actually does work that way, but one of the things I've always struggled with is saying out loud those negative things, right? And I'm all about the law of attraction, and so, but you're right, the minute you, and now I'm going to have to go back and look at the replay because I can't remember what you just said, but whatever you just said, I had a release in my body. I felt my body take this great big deep breath, like this great big belly breath, and went, oh, yeah. Oh, you said there's no more charge.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's so it. Okay, so we have to this is only a half-hour show, and it goes by so fast you have no idea. But I do want to give shout-outs to a few of my faves who are here. So Margarita is here, and she's just stopping in because she's entering her tax receipt. So hi, Margarita, and also Nicole Lavac, who I love, and Monica, I don't know how to say her last name, so I'm just going to call you Monica, but she's freaking awesome. I love this woman, and amazing things are going to come from her, so I'm really excited. Just the power women who are here right now. And we had a request from Dave Moore, who said, could you guys maybe tap on rejection? Because that is, maybe it's something he's facing, but it's sure anyways, it's a topic that a lot of us entrepreneurs face, right? This fear of rejection. And I said, yeah, and I got something of my own that I want to tackle while I've got Cheri here, which is, and I've been talking about it recently on my shows, is this this struggle I am getting better with, but still finding. Like I haven't quite found my alignment around if it's easy for me, I shouldn't take money for it. So I'm just going to, oh, and Dave Pipe is now here, so hi, Dave. So can I just give that to you? Oh, and Monica's Declue. I'm going to say Monica Declue. But can I just give those two things to you, and maybe we can run with it, Cheri?
Oh, of course, love it. So I just want to say hi to Dave Moore, and Dave Moore does amazing transformation work in this world, and I know he deals with a lot of people who probably struggle with rejection. So thanks for suggesting that, Dave. Totally appreciate it. And I want to say hi to all those fabulous women that you just said hello to. Thank you. Some of you are new to me, and some of you know I love and appreciate you. So thanks for being here. And yeah, let's just start tapping.
Okay, so question for you. When we're tapping, would you like the camera on you or me? Because once I put my hands, you know, I won't have my hands free to click back and forth. So what's best for you? It
doesn't matter to me. What do you prefer? If you're gonna follow me, that's okay. So how tapping works basically is I tap and you tap, you know. And I'll say something. When I pause, you'll be my shadow voice today and repeat after me, and everyone else watching will repeat. So it doesn't matter who they're watching, but I agree it would be less confusing to watch one of us, not both of us.
Yeah, so we're going to watch you so that I can tap away. So
okay, so, that's good. Takes a little pressure off you. All right, well, let's get started, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we usually start with a setup statement, and we start on the karate chop point. And basically what this allows us to do is to get out of our heads, really, to like bypass that logical mind and to already address that voice that's going to like kicking and screaming with whatever you have to say. But that's kind of what we're doing, really. And it also just gives us time to let our body kind of get still and just get here and, you know, let that intuition start to bubble up for you on your own. Okay? So we're just going to start with and we're going to go first with, your request on charging, okay? And we'll weave the rejection piece into it. Alrighty. So even though I find it really hard to charge for my services. I still choose to love and accept myself anyway. So even though I know I have something very valuable to offer. But it's easy for me. And I love it. And it just doesn't feel right charging. But it's a business. So I have to get over that. And I still honor all these different feelings. And love and accept who I am. So even though I'm struggling. To charge for what I do. I honor all the parts of me. And all the experiences. That is making it difficult. Is a reason I feel this way. And I'm going to love it. Instead of judge it. So we're going to just top of the head and we'll go through the points. So nobody would ever pay me. Why would they pay me? I don't believe anybody will pay me. Or at least pay what I want to charge. And I'm not even sure what that is. I'm struggling to find my sweet spot. Where I am charging what I'm worth. And I'm really comfortable with that number. And I believe that someone will pay it. But it's hard for me to charge. When I'm doing something I love. And that is so easy for me. And feels so good. And is helping. And making a difference. And I'm struggling with charging. Because who would pay for that? Well, the truth is. A lot of people would. People pay for what they want. They really do. Somehow they find the money.
Somehow they find the money.
When it's something they really want to do.
When it's something they really want to do.
They'll pay $150 for a pair of jeans.
They'll pay $150 for a pair of jeans.
They'll buy a $30 bottle of wine.
They'll buy a $30 bottle of wine.
They'll spend, $3.50 every day on coffee.
They'll spend $3.50 a day on coffee.
Whoever thought we would spend $3.50 for a cup of coffee?
Whoever thought we'd spend $3.50 for a cup of coffee?
Or that we would be paying for water.
Or that we would be paying for water.
And yet we do.
And yet we do.
Every day people do.
Every day people do.
And I know I've paid for things.
And I know I've paid for things.
When I've wanted them.
When I wanted them.
When they've been valuable for me.
When they've been valuable for me.
And I need to trust that everyone has their own wisdom.
And I need to trust that everyone has their own wisdom.
And they have within them.
And they have within them.
What they need to make decisions.
What they need to make decisions.
And to make choices.
And to make choices.
And it's not for me to decide that for them.
And it's not for me to decide that for them.
But to invite and allow them to make their own choice.
But to invite and allow them to make their own choice.
And the truth is...
And the truth is...
Wouldn't they rather pay somebody?
Wouldn't they rather pay somebody?
Who loves what they're doing?
Who loves what they're doing?
And it comes easy to them?
And it comes easy to them?
Rather than someone who's struggling?
Rather than someone who's struggling?
And doesn't know what they're doing?
And doesn't know what they're doing?
And I know what I'm doing.
And I know what I'm doing.
And I love it.
And I love it.
And I honor it.
And I honor it.
And I value it.
And I value it.
And people who value themselves.
And people who value themselves.
Will be very happy to pay me.
Will be very happy to pay me.
For what I provide them.
For what I provide them.
They want it.
They want it.
They need it.
They so need it.
And they value it.
And they value it.
And so do I.
And so do I.
And so, of course, they'll pay for it.
So, of course, they'll pay for it.
Not everyone will.
Not everyone will.
And that's okay, too.
And that's okay, too.
I'm not for everybody.
I am not for everyone.
And what I offer, everyone doesn't need.
And what I offer, everyone doesn't need.
But sometimes I feel rejected.
But sometimes I feel rejected.
When people say no.
When people say no.
When they can't do it.
When they can't do it.
When they don't commit.
When they don't commit.
When it's not right for them.
When it's not right for them.
Or it is right for them, but they can't say yes to themselves.
Or when it is right for them and they can't say yes to themselves.
I take it personally.
I take it personally.
I feel rejected.
I feel rejected.
And I need to look at that another way.
And I need to look at that another way.
It's not me they're rejecting.
It is not me they're rejecting.
It is the opportunity.
It is the opportunity.
For themselves.
For themselves.
So I give myself permission.
So I give myself permission.
To not take things personally.
To not take things personally.
To not take a no personally.
To not take a no personally.
I give everyone permission.
I give everyone permission.
To make their choices.
To make their choices.
And I give myself permission.
And I give myself permission.
To make choices.
To make choices.
And I'm letting go of the responsibility.
And I'm letting go of the responsibility.
That it's my job.
That it's my job.
To help everybody.
To help everybody.
And have everybody say yes to me.
And have everybody say yes to me.
Because that is not my job.
Because that is not my job.
And nor do I want it.
Nor do I want it.
That's pretty overwhelming.
That is pretty overwhelming.
So I am going to love who I am.
So I'm going to love who I am.
Value myself.
Value myself.
Value what I offer.
Value what I offer.
Invite others to say yes.
Invite others to say yes.
When it's right for them.
When it's right for them.
And love and bless them.
And love and bless them.
If it's not.
If it's not.
It's okay.
It's okay.
What I do.
What I do.
Is easy for me.
Is easy for me.
And I love it.
And I love it.
And it's okay to charge for it.
And it's okay to charge for it.
Because it's an energy exchange.
Because it's an energy exchange.
I give a lot.
I give a lot.
And it's okay to receive.
And it is okay to receive.
Because the truth is,
Because the truth is,
it needs to work both ways.
it needs to work both ways.
In order to receive,
In order to receive,
we need to give.
we need to give.
In order to give,
In order to give,
we need to receive.
we need to receive.
So I give my gifts.
I give my gifts,
And I receive payment.
and I receive payment.
And it's a beautiful exchange of energy.
And it's a beautiful exchange of energy.
And I give myself permission
And I give myself permission
to allow it.
to allow it.
Take a breath. Just let it go. So, how was that for you?
Oh my God, you're good. Okay, so this was really, really, really great for me. It was so amazing that you said things that I didn't know I was feeling until you said them. Yeah, oh, darn, this always happens to me when like something's really powerful, there's like this energy shift in me, which is you guys are probably watching, and I sometimes have trouble articulating, or like remembering, but there were a few key statements that you said, and when I watch the replay, I'm sure I will hear it in my own voice. Yes. And those of you watching, I bet you've heard it in my voice as well. But there were just a few key things that I was like, oh, I didn't know, and now that makes so much sense. Yes. So it's fantastic.
That's why tapping works, though. See, you get to go in and voice and say, and you know, and if we had more time, I would ask you some questions. I'd say, okay, is there still a niggle of doubt? What showed up for you? Was there something specific? And then we could even take it and go a little bit deeper with it to really make sure it was cleared and gone for you for real. But I was watching your face, which you won't be able to see in the replay, I don't think, but I was watching that take place.
I know. I am a super animated person. It's a blessing and a curse, right? Because I wear it all.
So do I. Most of my life it was a curse because what I was showing wasn't what people wanted to see on my face.
So I have you on the screen. I'm hopping over to the comments real quick.
Oh yeah, let's see what they have to say.
Yeah, so well, maybe I'll put myself on so that you're not just staring into the abyss. Sorry guys, I always forget comment tracker. So here it is. Dave Moore says, I use the line, if you think it's expensive to hire a professional like me, just wait until you hire an amateur. Yes! Oh,
Dave, I love that. Dave always has some really wise words, let me tell you.
Well, he heard it in my voice because that was exactly where, when you got me, it was me recognizing I am really, really good at what I do.
Yes.
And I also recognize that just because it's fun for me doesn't mean that it's not valuable to somebody else. So thank you. And I want to... we're already over, but you can't leave yet, guys, because we're like actually 2 minutes to go. But you guys can't leave because, one, now you know how awesome Cheri is. Two, she has something amazing coming up that you guys really, really need to hear about. And it's just so timely. Like, it was so divine that she wound up on my show this week. And here I have this platform where I can help her promote the amazing work that she's going to be doing. So, Cheri, do you want to tell everybody what you've got coming up and how it all ties in?
Yes, and I'll be brief because I know we only have a minute and we want to honor your time. Oh, boy. This is great. So listen, I'm having a 6-week course coming up. We're using Google Hangouts as the forum where we are going to go deep and develop your intuition skills and to use them for both your personal and your professional success in your life. And I'm really, really excited because this is not a show up and self-study or online webinar. This is, you're going to be in the room with me getting down and dirty. You are going to be learning the different styles of intuition, practicing them, getting an experience, knowing which one is your strength, how do you use it, how do you let it show up in your life every day and not let it be one of those random things that are here and there, and how do you integrate that into the practical? Like, how do you bring that in to logic and strategy as well and integrate them? Because that's when you're going to be truly, truly successful. And it's not an either or. It never has been. And it's really time for us to bring them together and have the dance of the feminine and the masculine and the head and the heart and the intuition and the practical. So I hope you'll join me. I'm only accepting 8 people because it is a hands-on, experiential, really interactive course, and it's 6 weeks. So you have a link, I think, you're going to share?
Yeah, so it's, if you want to get more information on it, and you really want to, trust me, because it is just, one, you've experienced how amazing Cheri is, and she just told me what she's charging, and it's like so minuscule that you just are going to need to go check it out. So it's carrieroldanshow.com/intuition, and go there, check out Cheri's work, sign yourself up because she's only taking 8 people, and it starts May 14th. Is that right, Cheri?
It does, and I just want to say as a thank you to Cheri, you know, for bringing me on the show and let me tell you about it, and for any of you who really want to act fast and say, yeah, this is right for me, I want to throw in a bonus for you. So anybody that registers in, what should we say, how much time should we give them, Cheri? A couple days maybe?
Yeah, usually people, let's assume.
We want the replay.
Yeah, so let's assume 3 days, right? That's enough replay time. I
Right,
didn't know you're doing this. I'm so excited.
So by the end of Friday, let's say by the end of Friday, anybody who has registered with you, through you, will get a complimentary full session on top of the course. So they're going to actually get a one-on-one with me as well as that group. And we can use it in any way they want, whether it's to tap, whether it's a chakra healing, whether it's just brainstorming, whatever it is you want or need, it's all yours. You'll get an hour with me on top of the course.
Oh my gosh, so I just got goosebumps because, for real, guys, I didn't know she was going to do that, and you didn't get to see my face when she announced it, so this was it. Just in case you missed that.
we want everyone to see that.
Okay, so, oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so sorry we went over. I should have made this a longer show, but I tell you what, this theme of intuition is happening in my business like you would not believe, and I was telling Cheri in the green room that it is absolutely, like, listening to it and coming into alignment with it, that what has made the biggest difference in my business, more than anything else, more than any training I signed up for, more than it's doing the kind of work that Cheri is offering, doing that inner work, right? Like, I can get all the knowledge I want to. I can learn how to do a lot of stuff. But if I'm not in alignment with, you know, my purpose, my goals, my values, with what I'm charging, all of that, I'm going to stand in my own way. And so I think it's so fascinating this keeps showing up. We have several shows in a row now that are going to be focusing in that general area. So I think that's just interesting. So Cheri, I want to put your face on one last time so you can just say thank you and goodbye to everybody.
Thank you so much for coming and tapping and tuning in and just being in this world, sharing your gifts and being who you are. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks, Cheri.
You're so welcome. Oh, my goodness. So that is all the time we have for today. We're actually over. And Dana, I saw you come late, so hi, Dana. Thank you. You'll have to catch the beginning on replay because it's good. And I just want to thank you, Cheri, for being here and imparting your wisdom. Thank you guys all so much for being here. And as you well know, I am on a mission to serve entrepreneurs in body, mind, and business. So if you haven't already, go get the ebook, carrieroldanshow.com/ebook. And for sure, if you are watching this between Wednesday and Friday, and even if you're after Friday, but for sure, go to carrieroldan.com/intuition and check out what Cheri's got going on, because you're going to want to sign up for her program, because you just saw how awesome she was. And if you tapped along with us, you probably felt a little mini shift. You got just like a little taste, a sneak preview. So here is a great...
We should mention just real quickly, I'm sorry, if you guys want more tapping, oh, by the way, I'm live every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time with just a quick 20-minute tapping break. And you can also find all of the replays on my YouTube station at Cheri Valentine and Tappy Break playlist. So if you love tapping and want more of it, there's more for you.
And you guys are going to find when you go to Tappy Break, when you go to her playlist, but just start coming to Tappy Break, you will, it will be divine timing. Like, her topic will be just perfect just for where you are that day. It always works out that way. That's okay. I was in the middle of my great big virtual hug to all of you. So here it is, guys. Just take it in. Great big virtual hug for all of you. And I will see you guys next week on the Cheri Valentine Show, where, you know, we are here every Wednesday. But next week is special because it is the first Wednesday of the month, which means we will be in our 7-part series with Cynthia Carrere entitled The Entrepreneurial Journey to Wealthy Through the Chakras, and Wealthy is an acronym, which we'll tell you all about. It is such good stuff, you guys. We are in the 3rd chakra this next week, so we'll be all about our power, and it's going to be so rad. So come next week with me and Cynthia Carrere. And on that note, thank you for staying a few extra minutes. I'll be checking the comments as soon as I hit stop broadcast, and I cannot stay in the green room today because it's the jogathon for my kids, so I have to scoot out of here. But I would love connecting with you all on Google+, and I will see you soon. So talk to you later.